What's up, y'all? It's Coffee back at it, man. And check it out. We already know mad content creators, reactors. We're always smoking bud, smoking the loud pack on their videos. Like it was the thing to do. I bet you there was even a few that were faking a funk, pretending to be blowing some gas, and it wasn't even no weed. It was some whole other ish. I don't know. That'd be some funny ish. But I'm not saying about that about the individual in which we're speaking of here. As you're going to see, Milk apparently pulled up on this podcast, and we know he was definitely smoking because he almost got a motherfucker kicked out the crib, man.
He lived across the street from me. At this whole time, we figured it out. As I was making my first story times, he was making his first videos across the street in front of my building.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
On the back or the side of the building?
Yeah, the side of the building. And the thing is, I lived in the apartment in the back. I was overlooking that part. So I was literally right above your
Well, that's probably why nobody wasn't complaining like that.
I got so many.
I remember that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I got so many smoke complaints.
Yeah.
I got so many smoking complaints and so many times. And I would say, like, I don't even fucking smoke blunts. How many times I would say, like, I don't even.
That's funny, y'all. You see Milk put, could you imagine getting in trouble for blowing that gas and you're not even doing it? And side combo, man. Y'all ever lived in a spot like that? Like
smoke tobacco.
That was me.
All it takes is for a motherfucker to complain, talk some bullish, and that's it. They're on your bumper. You're like, yo, this is cap. I ain't even do this. And like in this situation, this dude don't even smoke cigarettes. He don't smoke bud, but where it was coming from, the location, they're like, oh, it's got to be this guy.
It probably was.
No,
you.
it was. I'm telling you, look, it was a dog park. Nobody uses dog park because they use my dog park. It was a dog park behind my apartment at the Apex. It was crazy, and nobody went to this dog park. And it was like a cut right here where the parking garage at.
Exactly.
And a bar gate where you could see the cars, but nobody really.
You can't really go
Nobody
in.
really come out that door, really. It's like an emergency door, like by the pool, maybe. Nobody go out
I lived
there.
in front of the pool, remember? I know exactly what you're talking about. But
You seen that? That's some funny ish, man. Milk's like, I know right where you're talking about. You know, had to be strategic with his smoking spots. And then this dude, dope as Yola, was like, man, you almost got me thrown out my crib. And, you know, again, with the complaints and shit like that, living in some of these spots, someone to just say something, you get a hater ass. And I'm not saying that's what happened here in this situation. It was just like where it was coming from. They're like, oh, it's got to be this dude. Meanwhile, he ain't even a fucking weed smoker. But, aside from this, like there was someone I knew, they had a crazy lady who was a bit up there in age, and I think she was a bit senile or something, man. Like something was a bit off about her. And if the people's kids went out and played at all or anything, it could be 2 PM. The lady would be like, you little bastards. Ah. They even recorded the lady doing that, but because she went down and complained first, they were on them about the lady. Like, it's late at night and you're harassing the lady, being loud and shit. And it was like, yo, it's 2 PM. That lady should probably be in a facility. You know what I'm saying? It was like the Golden Girls all sharing a crib, but not like Blanche Devereaux and all them, like some old bunk ass Golden Girls who I don't even know what they were doing in there. They were probably blowing on something, but not no loud pack, some kind of pipe or something, or off a bunch of pills that just had them going bonkers. And you know what I mean? Because they were older. They're like, it's like, wow, though, why are you living in a spot where people are raising families and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be in a facility or a 50-something and up community, but nah. You're over in a spot where families live and flipping the fuck out. I don't know. You know what I mean? And there's many other situations, like tapping anyone out there if you've ever lived in one of these apartment type buildings and people just say, oh, like another situation. I had a neighbor once who these motherfuckers would be up at 6 AM. I'm not even exaggerating, bumping beats, all that. But if you got up to go take a piss at 2 AM, they'd be like, man, they're stomping around all up there. You know what I mean? It's just some bullshit the way it goes down with a lot of these places, man, a lot of these apartment buildings. You know what I'm saying? The way I am, I'm like, yo, I'm not the only one living here. A lot of other people are. I try to be mindful or whatever and avoid conflict. But a lot of people, they act like they own the whole jump off. But again, I'm getting a bit off track, a bit off topic here, as we were talking about how, Milk got this dude evicted who didn't even smoke bud. But at the end of the day, like, it's all gravy now. This is some time ago, and it seems it didn't affect dude in a negative way. But I just thought that this was a bit funny, you know what I mean? And then Milk doing what he does and clapping at people in the comments. Like someone says, Milk fell off. You was never on. Dude was casually neighbors with Yola. It's funny. Small world. The Kilkenny blunts. And Milk's like, nah, that wasn't the Kilkenny at that apartment. You got it all wrong at the Apex. And that's another thing, man. For Milk, y'all remember that? There was mad people trying to do the almost like Where's Waldo to get at Milk. But, yo, we seen Milk be in them streets, moving around, not giving two fucks about what the next motherfucker says, man. But that's going to do it for this one. Jumping in the comments. Let me know if you know about this dope as Yola dude and if you've had any situations and all that. And what do you think, too, aside from Milk and this and fucked up neighbors and all that about bud, and cigarettes and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like, do you think, because that's another thing I see people just complaining about it, smelling like weed outside. And I don't smoke bud, but I know it helps a lot of people in many ways. And everywhere I go around this way, man, I smell weed like a motherfucker, But tap in, comment. Apologies too, man. I got like the hiccups, got me all the way twisted, man. But that'll do it for this one. It's coffee. Subscribe. I'm about this thing. Peace.